Welcome to episode 42 of our Football Manager Hobo to Hero series. So this is a bit of an unusual one. Early in the morning, well, early, it's not early anymore in Germany. It's about 9 a.m. So for me the day is already a few hours old, but probably not for the usual suspects of the stream. So as a result, I expect this to be somewhat deserted. That said, I wanted to continue playing Football Manager, so I guess I'll do that. Also, as you can see with the lighting, it's slightly suboptimal. I'm not a zebra though, quite contrary to how it seems to be right now. Sun will turn around the house at some point though. So last time out, we played Sabah, local, well, I guess historic rival from Borneo. It was an away match, and we came away with a point. It was a bit of a sad occasion, given that we gave away a penalty here. In hindsight, I think, well, we can consider ourselves to be lucky overall. They had a better match, they had better chances. That was alright. Next up is Perak and then PDRM. So the schedule, well, it says with the date, but I will just show you the fixtures here. Looking at this, we can clearly see there's opportunity to gain some sharpness for some of the players. In particular, well, the ones that are injured right now or just returned from injury. So we gotta build that slowly and steadily. Yeah, so I think I'll arrange 2 friendlies here. Not sure when, but looking at this, there's 9 players here. Well, he can't play, most likely, but we still have these 2. 5 to 11 days. He needs to play 2, maybe. So I'd say, well, we can even use ones of the under 19s in case it comes to it. So as a result, I think we can do a friendly pretty soon. Maybe here. And we probably have played Sarawak and Cushing recently, but I don't care. We'll do it anyway. Because these are the only clubs that are willing to come by, and we earn some money. Well, come by is a bit of a stretch, given that Sarawak is, well, just our siblings club, I guess. So we'll do the same again, in case they accept it. And if they don't, I will just, put in a Sarawak friendly later on. There's also still a transfer window going on right now. Some transfers will be finalized here. Yeah, there's that. I did have a look at these 2 players again. He's a current international, but for some country in Africa, I think. Malawi? He's Malawian. Yeah, okay. So Malawi. Well, if we look at the attributes though, that's not horribly bad. In fact, we could probably deal with it, and he's got some time left in his career, so not much of a concern. But overall, I don't think it's a viable signing. Not right now. We have a goalkeeper that is decent, so he doesn't come with a great personality or something. Carlos da Costa Lima is a bit different. I'm kind of conflicted on the overall situation. I had a look at the personality too. Balanced plus level-headed, with that determination and leadership and stuff. Seems to be reasonable. There's a good chance that his professionalism, for some absurd reason, is I think between 11 and 14, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not bad. Or was it loyalty? And his I think the professionalism is a bit wider. But overall, it should be middle of the road. The problem is, I do not really want to sign middle of the road. On the other hand, he's 18 years old. And, well, he's a future international, current international. Currently not. But given his nationality, he might become an international pretty soon. He speaks Portuguese and French, so I don't know, probably won't help much for now. We could try to include him and loan him out. That's a big gamble, though. He will probably want something like, yeah, our minimum wage, basically. But our minimum wage is what we play to our emergency backup players too. So, but I don't know. Baru earns 85, I think, and 17 is our minimum wage. So I would need to give him an artisan contract and then find a loan move for him immediately. And it's not guaranteed that this will happen. Well, he's supposed to be a good player for Liga M4 and not for Liga M3. That's a concern. So, I don't know. I'm conflicted on the overall situation here. I think I would like to sign him, but I just can't see it happening. Also, considering the overall financial situation, there's is a bit of a reflection of what's going on there. If we were in other financial circumstances with less financial problems, I would probably just go for it. The way it is right now, though, not sure. On the other hand, we signed Ahmad. He's here too. Same profile. So I guess, seen from that perspective, we can probably sign the other one too. You know what? We need to populate our under 21 somehow. So why not? And both of them obviously are destined to be loaned out if we can do it. So yeah, let's just sign this guy. And I will include this. We will try to find a loan move for him. I'm not sure if it will happen, but we'll try. We'll make him a youngster instead, though. Okay. Alright. He's not fully convinced. Well, in that case. That's due to the youngster thing. Yeah, sure. Can have that. And then we'll include a bunch of clauses here. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, then it doesn't. Optional 1-year extension. This is already in here. So I'm okay with this. Of that I forgot. Injury release clause. So he's not that prone to injury. Usually I like to include that if I can get it, but in this case I don't think I want to. And this would take 70 euros per week from our wage budget. We still have 275 left. Which also reminds me, we might as well try to renegotiate some of the deals with the other players. Okay, he says we're very close. That's fine. Daily wage raise I do not want. This I do want, and I think I insist on the optional extension. I think this is very important. This old stuff here, sure. We can probably get rid of this later. I don't know. That's fine, alright. Let's include the relegation wage drop there. At least until he insists that this is a bad idea. Alright, this is still fine though. So 10% less below, so that would mean something around 60. Get rid of this if we can. It's unlikely that he'll make an appearance immediately, but we might play him from time to time in the senior squad. He doesn't care, does he? Nope. Doesn't care for the appearance fee either. Fine. Alright, so now we just need to find a lone player, a lone station for him, and it's the same with Kyrie Lamat. He joined the club and straight out declined. Not sure what's going on there. Well, he doesn't want to be loaned out. Sure. I recall. I should have given him the clause in the contract. So maybe that's what's going on here. Yeah, So maybe we just need to play him in that case. So we'll get rid of the loan status here. Somebody will come in and offer for him at some point. Alright. Yeah, no, this one can go. Right. Don't need him anymore. And given that he pollutes the training ground, well, he takes up space on the training ground, so I'd rather focus on my own players. These all are... Some of these are close enough to be able to be loaned out at some point. Well, it's just a matter of fact, though, that none of these are good enough to be loaned out to a Liga M3 club just yet. Yeah, and it's somewhat unlikely that will happen. We would need to give him playing time, I think. Yeah, and it's a bit of a weird one. Give playing time in the Malaysian Super League to players so that they can get some experience to be loaned out to a league below. I don't know. That's not the way it works usually. These two accepted our friendly invitation, so we got that going. So we might as well talk to the players now, given that I will probably not annoy anyone here. In case you watch this later, feel free to skip forward, right? So, Mod Chalil's form. He conceded a goal last time out. I don't think he was bad, but it's not good enough either. He accepts. Well, Nazarudin. This was the first time we used him as an attacking midfielder, as is expected of us. By his current manager, he's a loanee. His performance wasn't good though. Great having this talk, he says. Well, in that case. Rusty came on, played a few passes. Not much to say. I guess we can praise his passing. Alright, that works. Rusty, not to be confused with Rusty. Rusty played more or less the entire match in defensive midfield. I think he could have done better. On the other hand, passing was fine. So we'll praise the passing here. Where is it? There. Having the mouse cursor straight over it and, well, not finding it. Okay, but he didn't create any chances, so we notified him that this is not good enough. Tafri came on as a central defender. That's the first time in a while that he played. And throughout the season, that makes his second appearance, actually. Not much to say about it, though. 2 out of 3 passes, no defensive actions otherwise. It's fine. Don't worry. Well, I expected a bit more of Zakaria, on the other hand. He's a 16-year-old right now, so... You know, let's not stretch it too far. He could do with the odd assist here and there, though. So we will criticize him for the lack of chances created, I think. That goes well. We can also praise his conduct. He's a role model for the squad, that's for sure. He's not a good influence yet, though. But I am happy to have him. Who do we have here? Amran. Came on in minute 69, apparently. And he did have a 100% tackling ratio, so we'll praise that. But didn't provide any assists or any creative passing, so we'll tell him that creativity was lackluster. Ankun's injured, sadly. Asamuddin did score. I'm really happy with this. And in a really, really good way. Given that he's 40 years old now, this is great. We play him as a deep lying forward. Yeah. He also had reasonable passing and all. No creativity whatsoever, sadly. But as long as he scores, I don't know. We can... maybe try to criticize him? Nah. He didn't squander possession. He did find that goal scoring opportunity, so I won't be an ass. This, I guess this is a lack of creativity to a degree. But Rule Hisham's behalf, on the other hand, looking at this, we can probably praise the fact that 100% of his tackles found their target, the ball, not the player. Baru didn't play. Christopher did. That was the first time he played for the club. Passing was great. Gotta give him that. There you go. And, well, the lack of chances created is probably something. Yeah, there seems to be a common theme here. But playing defensive football, this is to be expected, I think. He wasn't good enough defensively. I think we can agree on that. 6.2 rating, he's a central defender. This is no good. He's one of the better central defenders in our squad, if not the best. Hammer did play for the entire match. No chances created there. This is his job, so we'll tell him. There you go. Any positives? Sure. 3 out of 3 tackles. That was good. I like good timing on the tackle. RC came on in minute 69 because Zakaria was exhausted, if I'm not mistaken. This is the first time ever that Harsi was played in defensive midfield, and, well, as you can see, he's not a defensive midfielder. So, from that perspective, I think I'm happy with it. That said, he didn't create any chances, and, well, it is his job after all, even in this, well, unknown role. Jeffrey was suspended. He will probably make a comeback next time. There you go. Did player for a while. I'm not really happy with the defensive performance. On the other hand, he had good tackling, so we can do that. Praise him for that. Overall, though, I'd rather not praise him or criticize him for the defensive performance we did concede. But he might not agree that it is his fault. Mazrin had an assist. It was a good one. In fact, we should probably watch that again. Well, he had the assist. Okay, apparently that works. He was in perfect morale though, so no reason to talk to him anymore. Well, Chalil, this is where we started. Alright. So we made it through the entirety of the squad, including the ones on the bench that made an appearance. Let's clear this, and now we will set it up for the friendly. Or, in the near term, we will do that. That is fine. I think in these circumstances, though, it might make sense to have a recovery session over here. Do some overall training there. And maybe shift these around a little bit. Stuff like this. So that the recovery helps first. And we do the rest of the stuff later on. This match Saturday thing is weird, but Football Manager seems to be able to shift the sessions around. That's nice. This though, this is wrong. Well, this is too. We'll do it like this. This makes sense. Some at least. Nah. Okay. Sure. It says here that Nazarudin is concerned because he's playing a weak role. Is he concerned because he's playing a weak role? No, it doesn't make sense. This might also be the concern. Give me a second. Yeah, minor issue playing a weak role. So his concern is that we played him as a shadow striker, but we play him as an attacking midfielder these days. As expected by his manager. They seem to have had a talk. Azamuddin is now the oldest goal scorer ever for Sarawak United. Well done. We do get a scouting report here. Come to think of it, we should probably have a look at this. Scouting report is unavailable, the full one. Okay. Who does the scouting now? 2 out of 4. Let's have a look at the scouting menu. Because we fired our staff. Most of it anyway. Yeah. So Chuchu is doing the one doing the general scouting, whilst Kamarudin, who's not a good scout either, does the rest. World knowledge is unaffected so far, but we know of 120 players now. No, this is strikers only. We still know of 640, so that didn't budge. Funnily enough, we do get some knowledge of some players these days that might be really interested interesting to us in the medium term. Who knows? There's a ton of players available, in particular in neighboring countries, but also all throughout Asia and even Europe, that might be willing to come and play for us. We just don't. We don't know it, and we cannot afford a scouting network. This is somebody else, right? So who needs to play here? Goalkeeper. Amran as a wingback. Bakrula needs sharpness. He does. That sets a free first and foremost, most likely. Yeah, but I think we will play Flakrula here. Who else? Not necessarily. Do we have a second left back somewhere? Yeah, sure. Frosty. Okay. Peru. We will also play Harsey. And then it's getting thin. Awfully thin, actually. That said, Azamuddin still needs sharpness. Elbutchak still needs sharpness at some point. He'll be out 6 to 12 days. He recovered pretty fast. But say we play Azamuddin again. Then we need somebody to play here. I guess we will use the under 21s. Or not, yeah. He could do with more than one match too. Diego's still on loan, otherwise I could play him here. So this all works. Rusty. Sure, we'll play Rusty in the friendly. And then we need somebody as a playmaker-ish replacement. I think Zakaria might just do, or we'll take one from the under 19s. I think we'll take one from the under 19s. I need to find one though. I don't know the players of the under 19s by heart just yet. And I probably never will. Amran, for example. We train him as a register. Fine, that's okay. I think Amran was part of the squad previously. At some point. Doesn't show up here. Where's Amran? There. Also no sharpness whatsoever. So for the friendly, that should do. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So the assistant manager will take care of the friendly. We will wait for this to process. Do the friendly. And I think I will go to the kitchen and grab a Coke. Oh, but first of all, we will talk to Mazran. I'll grab the Coke later. He completed his target. Well done. So, what target was it? The average rating of 6.6 in the first team matches. Okay. That was needed. That's true. And well, he's on 6.7, so not impressive, but given that we fight against relegation, I think this is fine. I'm okay with it. Yeah, no. We'll probably rely on him heavily in the future. He's 23 now, not the youngest guy anymore, but... And also, part of his progression has been lost due to him being a former loanee. But as you can see here, overall there's a slight positive development, if you can call it that, in the lower leagues here. And we're hoping to improve this a little bit throughout his career. But let's just say we improve some of it by a quarter of a point here and there. That's totally fine. He's on a level that we can deal with it. He's a good Liga M3 player, and well, it says here he's a decent Liga Super left back. That still is okay for us. We cannot afford much more. So I'm really okay with this. Okay, now I grab the Coke. Coke. BRB. There we are. I'm starting to get the hang of it with the timing. 30 seconds is exactly as much time as I need to grab a bottle of Coke from the fridge, apparently. Alright, Jeremy Brown turned 17. Okay. So, what does this tell us? Well, he can be loaned out. He's also fairly susceptible to injury, so I do not really see us playing him anytime soon. Says here we should put him on individual training regime to improve his defensive positioning. We had some problems with injuries previously, all throughout all of the squads. So the extra training is always a bit concerning. That said, the best idea here is probably to loan him out. Transfer window's open. Just give me the wages, I don't care about the rest. He can even do the cup matches and play against your own team. Doesn't matter. I don't care about the playing time either. But that'll not happen. Nobody will be interested, and if they are, it's probably a non-league team that doesn't play him. Sure. Don't be confused by the naming conventions. Football Manager rearranges the stuff these days. It's interesting that they made that happen. Most of the times it works just fine. There's also 2 transfers coming in 2 days. Lee McManamy comes back. His loan ended like 15 days ago, I think, so he missed some of the training. But that will bring back one of the playmakers. So as a result, the guy from the under-19s actually doesn't need to play in the friendly. McManamy can, and that's more useful to me. Sitting here in Malaysia with a Northern Irish player, that is wild. But he made an impact in his loan, within his loan spell at the club. Mr. Arthur Schopenhauer, aptly named by one of the regulars of the stream, completed his license. The biggest concern with all of these coaches is they are starting to get damn expensive. So I will probably need to see and look into this at some point and see if I can, I guess, ease the pressure on the financial circumstances. But looking at the stuff right now, we did throw out the entire scouting department. You know, I don't like it, but it is what it is. This performance analyst can probably go too. I don't think we need 2 performance analysts. And we have a second one. Where is he? Here. He earns even more money. And he's worse. Great. Now I will terminate this. We will need to deal with one performance analyst. Sure, Nullet said yesterday, so one of the regular followers, said yesterday that the quality of the performance analysis improves if you have two. And I agree with that. The problem is their skill level is very low and it costs way too much money. And we just don't have the money. There was... Where is it? There was money injected into the club, so the overall balance is a lie. The board basically injected 65k again. But that will not persist. We've seen this with the wage budget. The wage budget got halved from last season to this season. Yeah, and being in debt all the time doesn't help. We need to somehow get this club into decent financial circumstances. That means less expenses and reasonable business with the players. So, what do you guys think so far? I do not really see who's new at the stream, but I do see that there's some viewers here. So in case you want to have a talk about this or that, feel free to comment or, I don't know, ask questions about the stream. No problem there. Alright, we did this earlier. So he'll come in, and I will try to find a loan move for him. That'll be hard. This dot person, this is one of our younger players, will be able to have a professional contract, or we just burn him out like everyone else. We need the money after all. That said, I don't think anyone will be interested, but we'll try. No? Okay. We'll see. Carrier has a bruised knee. Could be worse. They are very excited by this signing, the supporters. And he's listed for loan immediately. We will put him on winger duty on attack. Given that he's not very susceptible to injury, I think it is a fair idea to put him on specific training. And while his technique and passing are fine, sure, first touch and dribbling could improve, same as the crossing. But I think the worst is the mental department here. His physicals overall for an 18-year-old, this is okay. Like, he's not fantastic, but he's okay. And he can play a pass. That's good. So we'll try to focus on the attacking movement here. Hopefully we can get this up a little bit. And we'll also offer him for trial again. I realized that he's listed from the start, but he's 1.5 star territory according to the assistant manager. Might be a bit off. But if we can find a loan move for him, there is a good chance that he will develop, and this is actually a reasonable business at this point. That said, still Liga M4 level according to whatever the director of football thinks. Alright, we're waiting for McMenemy. Or maybe we'll leave the under 19 player in there and McMenemy can make an appearance anyway. Zachariah is exhausted. Yeah, sure, I don't care. Usually we win this 2-0, and really I will not watch the match, so who cares? In case you want me to, feel free to comment, right? Sometimes people just want to see a match at some point. And I will happily do the friendly facing Sarawak. That said, we play them like every 2 weeks at this point, maybe every 4. It's just a major occurrence for us to play our own siblings club. And it's one of the only ways to make money on Borneo. So there's that. Pushing is next, which is a very similar story. So looking at this, it seems like we're fine. But if you realize that 65k of this income was granted by the club's board, basically they throw money into it, and this will not persist. In particular, it's also it's very shaky and very volatile, the amount of income we have. It will get better throughout time, so I think this is a reasonable investment actually. Let me show you. So, as I was made aware repeatedly, our club increases its reputation. We made it from a half a star to a star, and it does increase more and more. But we are still in lack of decent reputation in comparison to even in comparison to all the clubs within our league, but also in comparison to those below us in Liga M4, M3. Sorry, M4 is non-league. So as a result, basically every time frame that we spend in the Liga Super Malaysia, we will gain some reputation. And as a result, with the increased reputation, the 40k all-seater that we consider our stadium will probably have more than 1% of its capacity used at some point. So that helps, little by little. But financials in general seem to be really hard for this club on Borneo, so we just need to wait. Sit it out. That might take a few seasons. And maybe we will have a few thousand supporters at some point in the stadium. And then all of a sudden this is a viable concept. And the board doesn't need to throw money at it anymore. I will not send all of these on an intensive Malay language course. Does he know any Malay? Yeah, basic at this point. Because he was with us previously. So, might look weird to you, but we trained him as a roaming playmaker up until now. And I think I'll keep it that way. He is highly susceptible to injury, but he came for really cheap. This is minimum wage again. And given that we are somewhat fearful of losing our playmaker at some point. So a 20-year-old guy from Northern Ireland that wants to play around here, sure, why not? And he is able to do some playmaking duties, looking at your attributes. Sure, there needs to be some improvement at some point, but it's not horrible. Also, in the roaming playmaker role, we can tell him to avoid dribbling. They do that somehow. So it comes with this weird combination of instruction to run on the ball more often, but on the other hand to dribble less. And apparently Football Manager can make it work. Basically, he runs with the ball in risk-free situations then. This is our replacement goalkeeper. He's fairly pro, so this is a big thing for me, actually. He is from Hong Kong, and apparently from Tongan, wherever that is. I have no idea where this is, to be perfectly honest. Okay, that's somewhat in Oceania. That must be a really tiny country, or I'm really bad at geography, or both. Probably both. That said, this signing is really, really important for us, because we need him as a mentor too. And hopefully, it will work from the start. Right. What's the youngest players available? So Zacharias pro. I will not put him into this group. He will just lose some professionalism. Amran is from the under-19s. He will not be around that much. Ahmad is from the under-21s, and well, he could definitely use with good personality. So lighthearted is not bad. Fairly professional is better though. So I would love that. By the way, this is media handling. Level-headed, perfect. That's good. That said, as you can see, we lost the under-19 player under-21 player immediately. He's not considered to be part of the senior squad. Rusty, on the other hand, is, as well as Nazaruddin. So maybe it's a good idea to put these two lone players in here. He knocks the ball past the opponent. Don't want to have him in there. Zafri, 24. That might be too old. Oh, okay. Still some light influence on the group and some average from the group, so I guess we can keep Safri in there. It doesn't matter much. As soon as the squad gets revamped, bit by tiny bit, and players that are of younger ages come in, this will be more useful. Shin Sum. This is his full name. Sure, his name is Alex. Alex Palila Chin Siusum. So Chin Siusum is the last name, maybe. Who knows? As soon as younger players come in, his importance in the squad will increase due to him being a good mentor. And he is an acceptable backup goalkeeper. So now I can rotate him into the squad at some point. Obviously, the attributes are a bit lackluster. Then again, we are a relegation candidate, and, well, he's not that expensive. Also, second Chinese player in the squad, by the way. This doesn't matter to me. Who is it? No, this does not matter to me. We cannot afford this player anyway. Don't want to start that much individual training, I think. Well, we can have a look at him, probably. Also susceptible. He's very susceptible to injury, sadly. Still think it's a viable signing because, well, we will not play him much. On the other hand, we can play him friendly now. And we still have another goalkeeper as a backup, but that one will finish his career if I'm not mistaken. So not at the end of this transfer window, but at the end of the season. Okay. There's 2 players on the shortlist that are 30-something years old. Yeah, okay, I cannot afford him. What's going on here? Which shortlist is this? It's on the released players shortlist. There's a ton of players in there that we cannot afford for sure. These are former Malaysian players. Fuck me. This is our goalkeeper. Shit. It's a recurring injury on top of that. Are you kidding me? There's a small chance. Well, 200 euros is nothing, so that's fine. Yes, we will send him to a specialist. It will take less time too. Well, that's a problem. A big one, actually. So what do we do with this? Well, obviously the backup goalkeeper just got really important. Between 7 and 8 weeks, we have a ton of matches prior to that. Well, I guess it's time for the new signing to make an appearance immediately in the friendlies, and then hopefully he can also play in the real matches, in the league matches. We will also register him, because that's what we do. McManamy registered already? He might still be registered. Where is he? What? Did they throw him to the under-21s? Of course they did. Come up, man. You belong here. He's also balanced as well as level-headed, so as a result I think he can go straight into the mentoring group here. There you go. Making him fairly pro would be fantastic. That said, as you can see, light influence here. Maybe that will not happen. Still waiting for comments on the save so far, but it seems like you guys like to lurk. That's fine. It's okay. I must say, doing a stream on Saturday morning is somewhat calm. Like, there's not that much of an excitement just yet, but on the other hand, I'm really happy to just enjoy the Saturday morning this way. I think I should do that more often. Nobody wants Jeremy Brown. That's sad. Yeah, we have an injury crisis. 5 people are injured now. Don't tell me I overtrained them though. I don't. We did decrease training intensity quite a lot recently. Yeah, and he was definitely not one of those that was unsharp. He was very sharp. He played every single match this season. susceptibility to injury is also average, it says here. There might be a problem because we don't know about a recurring injury that was just mentioned. So it might be his susceptibility to injury. His susceptibility to injury is above average or even high. But we do not have a sports scientist, and I cannot afford one. So as a result, I don't know about it. And cannot afford one is, well, it comes from the board. I've been asking for a sports scientist time and time again. I think this would be a viable addition, but we don't get one. Or do we? In that case, our sports scientist is shit, given that he does not know about a recurring injury. Also, what kind of injury is it? Some split shin or something. As you probably figured out, I'm not a natural speaker, so... What is this? Medial tibial stress syndrome. The pain on the inside edge of the shin bone due to inflammation. Yeah, this sounds like a recurring injury to me. This is a... It's not a fracture. It is a stress injury there. We are offered... Oh, this is interesting. We are offered Artem Karasev as a loanee. 20-year-old Russian player. This is in Russia, this is a non-league club though. For some reason, Russian offers keep coming in here. I don't know why. But that is interesting. And he is listed for loan, so... our central defense could do with some improvement. He seems to have good heading, good jumping reach, good strength. He might be a bit slow. But overall, this seems reasonable. Positioning might be a bit low. Mental attributes, obviously, but he's 20 years old. This is a good idea. Maybe he wants to come for a trial. Nobody wants Dot either. Don't like it. I'm in a more reluctant position right now to find improvements for the squad. They don't want to offer to give him to us for a trial. So I guess we don't. That's sad, we'll put him on a shortlist. For a year at least. Nobody wants Carlos da Costa Lima either. So now we have a problem. Wow. Wow. The estimated value is between 18 and 40k. We just signed him for 70 euros a week. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it has been rejected. I think we have a sports scientist, though. I might have told lies there. Yeah, we got one. We have one. He's just shit. 10 points of sports science. He isn't. He's okay. Doesn't help much, though, does it? Well. So, let's get through this friendly first. Then we'll see. I also want to have a look at the contracts of, well, I think the entirety of the staff, playing as well as non-playing. I think some of the contracts might run out sooner sooner than we want. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. Makes it 6. On the other hand, how's his sharpness? He gains sharpness. This is a symptom. It's a symptom of the fact that the players in the senior squad do not have sharpness that is appropriate for now. So as a result, we need to play them. This is basically pre-season again. We need to play them again and again and again to get their sharpness up. And we need to do it fast. So, yeah. If you want to do an omelette, you know, you gotta break some eggs. This is the way they put it, right? I think this is a saying in English. Common phrases in a foreign language are always exciting. You can there's so much opportunity for failure. I will not send him on a 41-week intense Malay course because I cannot afford it. So that'll not happen. Oh, he has a trait avoids weaker foot. Shit. Is this any good on these players? Well, it's alright on him. And him too? Not on Lee McManamy though. Well, he still is a positive influence. Might be a good idea for Baru actually. But Baru's 24. That's unlikely to happen. Then again, might as well try. Ooh. And light. Okay. So hopefully, Mr. Chin Siu Sum, I will get it at some point. Mr. Chin Siu Sum hopefully will not lose his fairly professional personality, but who knows? There's also a ton of opportunity to play a bunch of players again, facing Kushing next in that friendly. Sure, I don't care. We will probably lose. Doesn't matter much. Hopefully Ilbok Chak still will be ready to play in that friendly. Says he will return to full training in 4 days. Buh. Well, he broke a rib, I think. Or two. It says broken ribs, so probably more than one. Impact from fall in training, so that's bad. But that stuff just happens. He is our only striker, to be honest. The other one is 40 years old. We rely on him heavily, and he managed to score 9 goals in 12 appearances throughout the first half of the season. So if we can make him score another 5, we will probably not get relegated. This is really important. Yeah. So there is a bit of a time off here, it seems. We should request a set piece coach, it says. Sure, we don't have one. Don't want to do any of this. I want to save the money. Alright, let's see. So here's the squad. These are the contracts. Some of them run really long, some not that long. Elbuk just hurt himself and now he might come back from injury. I think the maximum contract length that we can give is still until the end of 26. So sometimes I like to renegotiate contracts and try to find out if we can get a better wage for them. Well, better wage for us, not for them. In particular, once they hurt themselves, somebody's skill declines and they accept a lower wage. As a result, I will try. For example, with Elbuk Chuck still. He's on 300 euros per week right now. And this stuff. No, he doesn't want to. Ankun. He's on 240. Contract runs until 26. There would be an agent involved, that's sad. This stuff needs to go. Between 350 and 425. Cannot afford that. Okay. 350 and 425, holy shit. So, he is an important player, so we'll keep it there. I can also add a promise here, maybe to play him as a... Well, I would actually be I would be okay to part ways with him at some point too. He is so he is fairly susceptible to injury. It's above average. And whilst I like him overall, I think this lack of balance here doesn't really help much. Also, his strength decreased quite a lot. This is due to the recent injury, I think. Look at that. He might recover from that at some point, but I think it was a bit hard on it last time out. I said it is the final nail in the coffin for him, but I think I would be okay letting him leave. So as a result, of minimum fee release clause is totally fine with me. And we could also play him. Never mind. That's in central midfield. He will insist. I will not do that. Aims for the league this season are... We will attempt to avoid relegation. Why not? Include some promises. He is not interested in a sell-on clause, primarily as he doesn't see himself leaving the club, and would he would appreciate the offer being sweetened in another way if possible. Okay. So he doesn't care about that. Let's see. Nah, there's nothing here. Long-term aims for the club are... be established in a Liga in 2026. What's be established? So that must mean something. Must be something that like a regular team here. You know what? We'll try. there's a finger that is appropriate for this amount of money, and I think you can probably guess which one I would choose. Let's forget about that. I will need to run an ad break now, just because well, I cannot afford him, so we might as well try to earn a cent here. Here Alright, training ratings came up. Might as well talk to the players about it. I tend to skip that a little bit on some of the evening streams, so it's probably a good idea to do it here. Do some general morale management, look into their overall training focus. He's usually a ball-winning midfielder, so have a look. Ankun is still injured. Megamanamy's back though. Oh, the Silver Star stuff is because he's not used to playing in deeper positions. He's wanted on loan. Are you serious? Back in Northern Ireland? Sure. How about no? We brought him in from Northern Ireland because we want to play him. So I think we can put him back on ball winning midfielder duty though. This is his primary role right now. Not like I cannot see him being a playmaker at some point, but for now I want to increase his strength a little bit and make him more robust on the ball. I think he can do both, frankly. RC did increase his bravery, I guess that's something. His heading is also 1. So that's why we put him on this. It's not really like it serves any purpose for his role. It's just what would I put him on otherwise? Nothing? Well, then I might as well do the specific focus here, because that will not cost much experience, and, well, any bravery and any heading will probably serve him well. Not for his role, though, just in general as a player. I do have my concerns of his composure, bravery too. In fact, I think we can do, we probably can do bravery or match fatigue and tactical intensity. Well, it's either heading and bravery or this jumping reach and strength. He does want a fair amount of headers though. So it's, I don't know. Either way, it's fine. We'll go with heading and bravery, I think. Summary. He did improve his stamina a tiny bit. Not much though. That said, he trains well. Armor trains well. Passing's still really bad. Anticipation still really bad. The problem here is, well, if I put him on off the ball, movement training alongside it, waste of time. Work rate is a little bit low. I think his technique could do with some improvement too, same as the vision, so we'll go with the passing training here. Hopefully that helps. Jeffrey. Jeffrey's quite impressive. I didn't expect any improvement from him. In the last 3 months he did improve a lot though. I'm kinda happy that he's a lone player though, he's very susceptible to injury. So I skipped Bodrul Hisham, not much to say here. Well trained and that's about it. Same with Mazrin. Seems like the quality of our training is just not high enough, or the quality of our play is not. Either way, not much development going on here. And well, it's been a while since we played league matches, so. Christopher just made it to the club. This is, overall I think this is a decent player, and there's not much reason to put a specific emphasis on him. That said, his corner taking is 6. That might not seem like much, but it is enough for me as a reason to put him on corner taking training. Maybe that helps. He also increased his determination immediately after joining the club, so yeah, nice. Carrier's acceleration increased, that's fine, but not that much of a concern. And I'll definitely not put Magnanimity on something. He has enough going for him right now. Here, he's also very susceptible to injury, apparently. Well, I guess ball distribution long is an easy way to do it. Looking at his kicking and throwing, it's basically a no-brainer. Okay. Well, there's only one player down there, and he does train well somewhat. Sadly, the development is negative. That might be a thing, though, because he joined us from a foreign country and so on and so forth. So let's just give him time. This is fine, sir. Let's talk to the players there. Under 19's training there. I rarely do that. I should though. Okay, very sharp. Not much else to say. That said, jumping reach and strength are really low for a central defender. So if you train him as a central defender, he needs to focus on that. Run. That's the one that trains as a Regista right now. I think it is a reasonable choice. Looking at the attributes, the flare is shitty though. Assuming though we can maybe give him additional passing skill or something, he'll be fine. Is he one of those that is susceptible to injury? No, it's very low actually. So as a result, I think additional training is okay here. That'll be fine. So he will be able to do some sort of playmaker's role, maybe. In fact, well, I don't have high hopes due to the skill level, but on the other hand, I have high hope because the attributes are not that low. So this rating might be a bit off, or I'm overly enthusiastic about him. It might also be due to the fact that he's fairly professional. Silver Eye. Well, the 18-year-old striker still tries to become a target forward. We'll put him on final third training. It's needed. Otherwise, he's fine. Like, sure, his strength needs to improve, but he's 18 years old. Let him lift. He'll get there. Ismail as a box-to-box midfielder. This is all over the place, isn't it? And we're already in the territory where I can praise the training, obviously, but I'm not so sure if it's worthwhile. I think he was the unambitious guy. Yeah. Unambitious plus level-headed. That still implies some professionalism, if I'm not mistaken. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. Let's have a look at the club info again. We are still a determined squad, sadly. I want to turn that into a professional squad at some point, but finding players with good personalities is really, really hard. It's not even in here. Where is it? Yeah, no pros. We can skip through this for a second. I sometimes do that. Driven. I mean, I guess there's worse than fairly ambitious. Fairly loyal would be fine too, but we don't need a goalkeeper. No fairly pro. Leader, well, okay. We've been here. None of these. Great. And I guess unambitious plus level-headed would be fine here. Come to think of it. He's unambitious plus media-friendly now. He's unambitious plus level-headed. What do they want for him? I've been here yesterday, if I recall correctly. Put him on a short list and move on. I think, well, signing him though, we might find a loan move. I don't know. Don't want to waste any more money. Which reminds me. So, this squad also has registration. Might be a good idea to register the players that are in the under-21s to actually play in the under-21s. Same with the under-19s. I forgot that once. That was really bad. There's McManaman. We'll have a look at that later. It's like off-season, but it really isn't. Okay, Nizam made a comeback. Or, well, he might make a comeback in the future. Actually against his parent club in the friendly. The only right back that needs... Well, not really. But we can still play Amran first, and then we will probably have Nizam on the bench. Or Badrul Hisham, I don't care. Jeffrey's wanted by KL Rovers at the end of his contract. That I can see why. He's an odd case. He's 22 years old only. Very susceptible to injury, sadly. Trains well. But, as I said last time, this is probably the only the only time in his entire career that he wasn't hurt. So, yeah. He's wanted to. With these medical reports, I tend to sign too many players that hurt themselves anyway. And, well, to be honest, we cannot afford that many players. But I spent 70 euros a week on... Oh, now we get a set-piece coach. I think I asked for that like 25 times. Sure. Let's have a look for a set-piece coach. Don't care. Anyone. And the attributes should be appropriate for a set-piece coach. Here we go. Not as much. It could be worse. Could be worse. There's also Chinese stuff in here. I'm not sure if this is a good thing. So I'm considering scouting knowledge in particular, but we have scouting knowledge of China. So this is a circular argument. He's considered to be a scout. Oh. But we'll just try this for a second, but you will probably see. Me too. Well, I like the mentals overall. That's not bad. We know that set piece coaching is above 5. So have a look at the coaching, not the coaching, the mental department there. Mental attributes say. Oh, okay. Mental attributes say. Not much, do they? This one. It's pretty impressive on the mental side. But I think the Chinese guy was fine too. Did I have a copy of that? Sure I had. To see the nationalities, not that it matters much. So, yeah, why not? We'll try that. Fuck that. No way I'm gonna pay this. He's bad. So we want him as a set-piece coach though. I can't afford that. Like, obviously I can, but I don't want to. This is way too much money. We just threw out a bunch of squad that was paid 120 or 130 per month because we can't afford the scouting. And now we want to sign a set-piece coach for 300 something? That doesn't make sense. Not to me. Perfect. I'm a role model for health. Eating chocolate all day and drinking Coke in addition to that. Alright. The real match coming up. Facing Perak. This is my goal for today, by the way. So hopefully we'll make it there. Have some overall training, please. You too. There's a ton of matches in there, though. But whatever. Let them have some match practice. I'm sure nobody will hurt themselves. It's just the under 19th anyway. Fine. All-star striker's back. In theory. In practice, does this decrease injury risk? Not really. Now it's very light. No, it's light. Yeah. We'll use him like this. Safri twisted his knee. Well... 2 days to go. That's fine. Okay, we need to come up with a match squad facing Cushing. So as long as they're not sharp, they will play. I think that's an easy choice. Safri is not really match fit, so whatever. Mazrin does not need to play. Rosti, on the other hand, does. Playmaker, I guess McMiniman might make an appearance here. He needs some sharpness. And well, he's he's used to the role in the tactic, more or less. Which is good. Rusty or Zakaria? Well, I guess, given that Zakaria is sharp, we will play Rusty. And we will do basically the same all throughout here. Not elbow check still here. I think we'll try Azamudin anyway. And elbow check still can come from the bench. That's fine. And we'll use the under 19 player here. He's in the under 21s, but it doesn't matter. We'll use him here. So now the assistant manager can do whatever he wants with the rest, I think. Yeah. And can play them for basically 45 minutes if it comes to it. Let me also close the window for a second. We'll use this opportunity for, yet another ad break. Here be. Well, Carlos da Costa Lima has been promised to get first team football. The problem is we don't find any. So if we don't find any, we might need to keep him here and play him in the senior squad. At least for a match or two. Hopefully it will not happen that everybody hurts themselves that plays on the right wing. But it might be a thing. Azamudin is still in decline. No surprises there. He has performed well in training lately, it says. Well, I really, really, really hope that Elbok Chucksdale will make a full comeback immediately and will be available throughout the rest of the season. Well, currently the risk is still high, but usually I think his risk was average, I think. He's not on to break his ribs all the time, as far as I know. Okay. He's near to me. But also I'm not interested. He's friggin' fast and can play a good pass. But I do not see this as a viable transfer. This is not the quality of player I'm looking for. Sure. Alright, let the assistant manager take care of this match. And afterwards, well, this is a friendly within the league, though. Oh, not bad. I'm very much okay with this. I expected less, to be honest. And it brought in, both times, it brought in a ton of, well, supporters of both clubs. So that might have helped financially too. In fact, you can see here, this profit loss for this month, this is actually our own doing these friendlies. Now, the biggest concern is we will need to have a league match here, and the league match don't earn shit. So as a result, either we play another friendly somewhere around here, Monday or Tuesday, or we cope with the financial loss. Plus sharpness overall. Match load seems to be fine. First of all, this time is not unchristian because my name is Christian. So it cannot be unchristian at any point in time. Never. People just call me Chris, though. And second of all, I thought to myself, well, it's early in the morning. It's fun fact. After yesterday's stream, I went straight to bed. Given how tired I was, that's probably unsurprising. And I slept for a whole healthy 6 hours. So I'm awake since 3 a.m. As a result, I think starting the stream at, was it 9? Around 9. Is probably pretty late. Well, they can. Just doesn't mean much to me. That said, anyway, welcome back. Yeah, I thought to myself I will do a chill Saturday morning stream. And it's been going on for 1.5 hours. I'm not sure if you missed much. Okay, cool. Don't care. We cannot afford. Or can we? Let's try to afford him as a scout. Oh. Sure. Also, thank you very much for being on the staff shortlist and goodbye. Why do I get news for this? He made his decision anyway. So, I signed another player for the youth. Wanted to loan him out, sadly nobody wants him. So, that was bad. Bad call on my behalf. His market value is between 18 and 40k though, for whatever reason. That might be slightly inappropriate, I'm not sure. And we pay him 70 per week. He's on some sort of adhesion contract. Given that this is an 18-year-old with low susceptibility to injury and, well, it says here he's balanced, but he's also level-headed. And I slapped it into the personality calculator that implies some professionalism and some loyalty. So I'm fairly okay with this. It's not exciting, but it's okay. I thought to myself he might develop. He might be a good opportunity throughout the next 7 years If worst comes to it, we can also play him in the senior squad at some point. His mental area is pretty low, but he has flair, passing, and technique, and well, the physicals are tolerable, I would argue. He's obviously not good enough to play in the first team or in the senior squad, but it's tolerable. We had worse. There's some obvious weaknesses to his game, though. And now, so what do you think, Mies? Should I set up another friendly? Oh yeah. Well, yes and no. We have two. I think you're coming from a time where we have Baru and Hammer is not part of the club, and he probably won't be. Well, there's your problem. It's called a phone. On the other hand, thank you for watching. So whatever. No, we have Baru. Baru just returned from injury. I think he had something with his knee. Yeah, he twisted his knee. And I think in general, Baru's susceptibility to injury was not that high. And then there's Hammer. Hammer's general susceptibility to injury, though, is above average, and he's 27 years old. So, that is what phones do. I'm not sure. Yeah, mine's in German too. I'm sometimes I have a hard time figuring out what the operating system for this or that device is. It's a weird mix for me. Phones in German, operating system on a computer's in English, and I don't know. Works in German if I'm not mistaken. So comes with all kinds of features. To be honest, sometimes I think I should just do it all in English. At least that's the original language for most of the software. Then again, there's stuff like, for example, portfolio performance. So portfolio performance is a tool to track an investment portfolio, and it is great. It's not open source. It is a great software by a single developer. I think developed in Java or something. So not the country, the programming language. And the German version is fine. The English version is okay-ish too, but it feels weird to have a German developer software installed in English. So as a result, I use the German version there. It comes with all kinds of weird things, though. I don't know the German words for financial stuff. I really don't. Yeah, nobody wants him on loan. That's too bad. Anyway, it's a third winger, and I expect Hammer to leave the club. So, once the guy in the under-21s, Mr. Carlos da Costa Lima, will start complaining, because there's a promise going on here. No, we have 226. So this is until the end of the season, yeah. Once he starts complaining, well, either we sell him afterwards, or Hammer might just have left, and we will actually be able to play him if we want to, because we cannot afford anything else, and if we want to increase the value of the players in the club, it's no use bringing in 12 loan players a season, even if it works, but it doesn't seem viable long term. Yeah. That. Also, I wanted your opinion on, do we do another friendly here? Where are you? No, go away. He's removed from the shortlist, yeah, I can see why. So... Also, by the way, Mr. Mod Jalil hurt himself. He did something to his foot. What's it called again? Shin splints. That is pretty bad. I googled it. It's repetitive stress on the shin bone. So it's some sort of inflammation. Yep. So as a result, he will not play. Yeah, but I put the bad sharpness ones in the starting 11, and the rest is taken care of by Confucius, I think. So the rest of them still play for a few minutes. Um, I I think we did get some sharpness into most of them, though. We did do a few friendlies up until now. I guess we can put in another Sarawak one, can't we? Maybe here. Hopefully they'll accept. Monday. Last one was on Wednesday, so I don't know. Maybe too soon. No, they don't care. This also earns them money. So as long as it brings in cash, why not? Yeah, I saw. But that's in a while. Oh, Zacharias' training rating is 9.05. So apparently there is some potential left in him. For whatever reason. In the cup matches, or in general now. I think I need to include more of these friendlies from time to time. Cup, okay. Yeah. True. Well, sharpness gained and injuries alongside it, maybe. The next two matches are really important. This is Perak and PDRM. This is rock bottom of the league. If we win these two, I make us favorites not to get relegated. Just because we pushed them down a little bit more. If we lose them, then we're in a lot of trouble. Because we just built up everyone around us. Well, everyone that is dangerous to us. I did praise training last time. Guess we can still praise him. Don't want to go there again. If I don't have to. So we'll try to make do without that. This is fine. This all is fine. What are you talking about? We played him as a central defender recently. Ah, sure. I will apologize. And forget about this manager. So we promised him we'll play him as a central defender. Doesn't care. Oh, or I don't care. We'll play him as a central defender from time to time, and well, if he doesn't agree with it, he can recall Jeffrey, obviously. Didn't he just sign for somebody else? Okay. Why do I get news for this, though? Oh, this is part of this news feed menu, isn't it? Is it in here? No. Should be in here. Oh, holy shit. Well, players, first stuff here. I don't see it here, though. Ah, who knows? Really, who wants to bother with social media? I don't even bother with that in real life. Okay, another friendly facing Sarawak. Why not? Alright, so mortality obviously is in decline. Well, in terms of sharpness, given that he's hurt. He rests his foot. He's sitting around at home playing Football Manager now. We could play Modaris, but I don't see him playing anytime soon. Or see you soon. He did do 2 matches recently, that said, I think it's still fine. And he's gaining sharpness right now, so let's keep that going. We did play Amran a few times now. Ooh! What is going on, Mr. Amran? Which reminds me of something. We should probably at least try to renegotiate with Amran, not for his capabilities on the pitch, but for his capabilities off the pitch. He's our director of football after all. So maybe we can extend his contract. Sure. You can remain emergency backup. That too. Apparently we need to pay him 30 euros per week though. So we'll throw all of this out. Same here. This too, this can stay. Optional extension, yeah, this can stay too. Do we want to give him a secondary job too? Anything? Is he good at anything? I mean, I guess scouting? He can do scouting, right? So he'll be scout alongside it. If I can do that. And that for good measure, because why not? Sure, I just increase his wage 5 times. So of course he accepts. So now he's player, director of football, and scout. For 30 euros a week. We should have a lot of stuff like this. We don't though. And for some weird reason, he actually develops positively on the pitch. Okay, cool. He was in decline a month earlier. So that makes a little more sense, but not much. We should probably focus on his passing. Let's do that. Let's focus him on his passing. Alright, Bakrula's still not at 100%. Neither is Jeffrey. Both of them can play. Mazrin is still at 100%. Rosdi isn't. Playmaker thinks Ankun will maybe make a comeback in the next match. McManamee's finally back here. He didn't play recently, it seems. That or he didn't improve in sharpness. Did he play? He was taken off in minute 45. Apparently that wasn't enough for him to gain some sharpness. Is he such... His natural fitness is 10. He's not that bad. Don't know what's going on there. Zachariah still very much sharp. Rusty not so much, so we'll play him. Baru. On the left, it's Christopher or Tsamri, or, well, Harsey would be available too. Well, the lowest sharpness is on Harsey, so we'll do that. This usually is Elbok-Chuck-Stell territory. That said, I think he will need to make a comeback later. His susceptibility to injury is still very high, because he just returned from injury. So we'll play Azamudin again here. Hopefully the 40-year-old will not hurt himself. And then... I guess this time it's Nazarudin, actually. This menu. Yeah. There should be enough bench spots for everyone. Yes. And we will take the under 21s with us. These two. Maybe somebody from the under 19s too? The register as well as... Where's the right back? That's fairly pro him. Oh no, never mind. No spot available, sir. So, yeah. That. Alright. Fingers crossed that nobody hurts themselves. Amron has signed his new contract immediately for 30 euros a week. Sure. Now we have an additional scout. Which is good. By the way, Mies, Smack Talk live on the internet. Well, not Smack Talk. Jaron Nullet started the save with Ulm. He wrote me last night. So he's doing football management in Germany now. I asked him if it's in Ulm, Ulm, or Ulm herum, but he didn't answer. Yeah, with Southend, but I don't know if he abandoned that save. Maybe he just wanted to have kids in black and white or something, I don't know. That would have been my primary reasoning to manage Ulm. Or he wanted to do something absurd, so he managed in Germany in the third league. That said, I think Ulm they are third in the third league right now in real life. And it seems like they were expected to get promoted. A yellow third kid. Well, that makes them more tolerable to you, doesn't it? Vintage display. Okay. Elbuk Chuckstill made a comeback. Elbuk Chuckstill also scored a goal. Perfect. Didn't hurt himself. Still really low sharpness, obviously, on him. Okay, this is all good. And shall we just Carlos da Costa Lima too? It's not like this is a major concern, right? Might as well do it. Squad registration. We'll register him too. Why not? For the senior squad. Like, yeah, in case it comes to it. Then we can play him. Cool. The squad's general character had an effect. Both ways, apparently. He's very unsusceptible to injury. We should put him on additional training. Something. Just look at that dribbling. We'll go off the ball movement though. I think that's more important than the dribbling, to know when to move. He still expects us to find a lone move. Well, that will not happen as long as you don't improve. What's going on here? No, that can't be true. Okay, we'll play Perak. So, we never played them. This is the first time ever. We know that they are rock bottom of the league. So, we should probably have a look at their recent matches. They lost facing Terengganu, had a draw facing Sabah, lost to Kuala Lumpur, Kedah, won against KL Rovers, won against PDRM. And there's a lot of draws here. Is this a home match or is this an away match? This is a home match, so we play on our ground. Alright. They play with a positive mentality. 4-4-2, it says with a defensive winger, a winger, an inverted wingback. What? Okay, an inverted wingback. Regular wingback, which is fine. Bit lackluster on the defensive side though. Not sure. This guy's rather fast. Same as him, but with low dribbling, no strength. So they seem to have a lot of weaknesses. Ramen. Did they put the entirety of the under-19s on the pitch? And we will just need to mark him out of the game. Okay. So, given that this is a home match, how do we go about things? Should we play positively against them too? Then again, Elbow Chuck still is not ready yet. But have a look at the central defenders. Oh, he can't jump. So that's not a good idea anyway. Yeah, same as him. If Elbow Chuck spell would be fit, I would probably play him from the start. For now, though, well, let's see. If susceptibility to injury goes down at this point until then we might play him. There's a ton of recovery sessions in here, so maybe it helps. Okay. So, there's a few more results. We don't care about those. Not right now. For some reason, Elbuk still needs a longer course. Than McManamy. Why is that? Because McManamy has the basics covered. They've been around the club for the same time, though. And Carlos da Costa Lima is a very high potential player, it says. Okay. Well, if that's the case. Club atmosphere did go up a little bit. So have a look at happiness. Yeah, just go, throw it out. Sure. What's the question, Mies? Feel free to ask away. We have a lot of time. Have a look at happiness alongside it. Nazarudin is unhappy because we played him as a shadow striker. We did play him though, and well, his average rating says it was a good decision. I'm somewhat familiar with it though. So a little bit. Yeah, and wanted list is where you put the players that you want the director of football to sell. So I know what it does, I think, more or less. I rarely use it though, because the director of football, well, usually my director of football is with some upside potential. But I guess there's a long question coming up now. I don't care. Yes, that is how it works. In fact, I think the kind of contract that he is able to, well, the kind of fee he is able to bring in that situation, but also the kind of contract that he is able to negotiate once he signs players, that should be better than the one with low negotiating or negotiation. It is in English, I think. Where the hell is it? I should probably look into staff. What's the director of football? There is, yeah, negotiating. That's the name of the attribute in English. Yeah, I get that. But in theory, you can tell him to sign players too, right? You can give him the responsibility for that. So, no big deal. It's just how it works. So he should be able to sell players for very good amounts of money, in theory. Then there's Football Manager reality, so... that makes sense. Most clubs in Football Manager... Okay. What kind of job does he do then? Oh, it's Zakaria. Goalkeeping coach. Well, how's his judging player ability and potential though? Is he able to realize the difference between a good player and a bad player? Yeah. So do I understand it correctly? So he can hardly tell an apple from an orange, but he will fetch a good price for either of them. That said, he can also probably not... He can hardly tell the difference between an apple and, I don't know, a car. He will fetch a good price. But if it's a good price for an orange and he just sold a car, that doesn't help you much, does it? So that's my perspective for now. That said, I don't know how it works. But it would make sense that way. Connection of what? I just don't follow. But it might make sense. I don't get it though. Connection between what? Connections to the rest of the footballing world? That might be a thing too, yes. I'm not sure how it works. I think Football Manager tracks this kind of stuff somewhat. At least for the player character. I'm not sure if it does so overall. Great. The mercenary improves. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think this is represented in the scouting knowledge somewhat. And also in favorite personnel. Let me have a look. So ours doesn't have any of those, does he? I mean, okay, he likes me. And he knows the entirety of Malaysia. That's it though. Looking at he's with Ghent apparently. So he has scouting knowledge all over the place. And a bunch of favorite personnel too. Bona Sosa for some reason. Okay. Sure, why not? Who's Odd Grave? And also, welcome to the stream. Both of you, actually. I don't know any Odd Grave. Or Gravi. Yeah, that doesn't matter down here. Hi, what brings you in here? Both at the same time, is this a coincidence? Okay, match tomorrow. Alright. I'm not sure if I love AM. No, AM, FM. But I've been playing it for 10 years, so I guess I'm kind of addicted. Well, you're both welcome to do so. So fair warning, this stream does not contain any music. Sorry. But otherwise, we're taking a rather chill stance on Football Manager in general. In comparison to other streamers, I think I tend to go into detail a little bit too much. This is in Malaysia. We're in the Liga Super Malaysia in the first league, got promoted to it, and we play with a rock bottom club called Sarawak United. So yeah, you've been warned. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. Apparently I'm not entertaining enough. Well, what can you do? Yeah. So we'll try to come up with formation. Well, it's fine, man. You can watch whatever you want, and you know, if it's not entertaining to you, don't force yourself to do this or that. So I guess the big question is, how's Elbakchuk still? Still somewhat hurt. It's fine, man. So, you were bored and it brought you to my randomness stream. Is there anything in particular you're interested in? Okay. Well, I think there's a ton of other nice games in this world, but Football Manager is pretty high up on the list, yes, at least for me. So I definitely do not disagree given how much I play it. I think we will need to deal with Asamuddin once more for one match. And Elbak Chastel goes to the bench. Hopefully we will not need him, but whatever. We have a 40-year-old because, well, I don't want to give a TED talk for now, but let's just say, it's probably easiest to explain have a look at. So I'm assuming you are not from Malaysia. I'm from Germany, by the way. So I learned this all by googling in Wikipedia. It might not be 100% appropriate. So Sarawak is a province on Borneo in Malaysia, and it's probably best if you Google it. Yeah, that will not happen anytime soon. None of the players, you know. So we are on the southern island of Malaysia, and there's barely anyone interested in playing here. Or well, there's not that many cities around Sarawak in general, the province, but also throughout Borneo. We have a hard time coming up with financial resources over here. So as a result, we are kind of hard strapped to sign decent players. And well, you asked for Azamuddin. Azamuddin was somebody that is well in physical decline, but at least he has some sort of mental capacity. That said, I expected a bit more, and well, we signed him at the age of 39, by the way. But it's not like we had any. Well, we had alternatives, but I hate poachers. So, yeah. Fuck no! Yeah, of course I do. Why not? Well, it depends. If it's appropriate, but, you know, sometimes it's appropriate to me. Why wouldn't I? On the other hand, why would I do that all the time? We will need to cope with the loss of our primary goalkeeper. That will probably improve in the overall goalkeeping. Okay, yeah. Well, you can learn how to be a responsible adult in that case by yourself. I'm not responsible for your demeanor. So if you are not allowed in here, don't be in here. That's fine. But I'm not gonna deal with it. Okay. So we will use all of these. All right. Apparently, apparently it is really important to insult people immediately. So I guess I will do as he commanded. I'll just put that out there. It's not that hard. No, it's fine. No problem, man. You can get that. So if we go about it like this, shut up, you bitch, ban me, then I will do just that. Fuck off, man. Kids these days. Anyway, Twitch wants me to do an ad break anyway, so we will do that, and he will not come back. Whatever age he was. So yeah, 30-second break. BRB. This, by the way, is the first time ever somebody insulted me on stream, and it wasn't that creative. At least I cannot recall being insulted on stream ever previously. I don't know. Did something like this happen? Mies, can you recall anything? It's an achievement. Achievement unlocked, insulted by a 10-year-old or somebody that wants to be a 10-year-old on the internet. Yeah, it's history at this point. Really important history on top of that. We'll play Mazrin, as always. There's no reason for experiments here, is there? Yeah, and well, I guess Lee McMenamy might actually start. We'll do Zakaria here. No problem whatsoever. Then Modaris will be on the bench. Well, is it Amri or Nizam on the bench? Nizam's back from injury. Amran, on the other hand, just improved a little bit. Signed a new contract. He's unfit due to recent injury. Doesn't matter. We'll bring him. Safri is entirely out of shape for some reason. I don't know what's going on here. We had so many friendlies. There's just no reason for this to happen, but okay. Rosti apparently, then Ankun as a playmaker-ish option. He will return to full training in 7 days. How's it going with him? He had sprained knee ligaments. Ah, sure. Running for 10 minutes will not be that hard for him, will it? Do we want to play Jeffrey, actually? Or shall we play Carrier? What's the training rating? 6.8. This horrible, Carrier. What are you doing? Jeffrey, on the other hand, no problem. But Krulow's training rating is fine too. So we'll do it like this. Go away. That means we need somebody for the right side. We need somebody for the left. Is it Samri or Harsey? Depends. Samri does well. There's no reason to pick Christopher again, is there? And Harsey. Harsey's even better. So we'll bring Harsey. Which leaves us, well, with Rusty. No problem here. We do not have an attacking midfielder on the bench now, but Elbukchak still can do that, if worst comes to it. So that's an idea. Maybe I should try to be somebody that works with 10-year-old kids at some point. Actually, I think I'm good at this. I just realized. You just need to ban them once they start to insult you and want to be banned. I don't know. People on the internet are weird. Oh. Okay. I don't know why we know about this player. He's too expensive anyway. Get him from the short list, we cannot afford him. That's fine. So, one match facing Perak FC coming up. I waited for this for 2 hours now. So, it's just too much time over here. Between matches. Okay. Did I forget anything? I guess talking to the players in general. This is great form, by the way, by Shin Seo-sum. He's brand new to the club. He trains well. And apparently his form is fine. Look at that! Sure, this is all friendlies, but Sarawak Kushing and Sarawak again. No goal conceded and he did a bunch of saves. All of this 7 point something rating. Seems like personality makes an impact after all. Wow. Hopefully he can carry on with this in the match now. How is he? He doesn't enjoy big matches. Yeah, he's Tongan too, yes. And that is somewhere around Asia, apparently. Or not. African, Caribbean, and Pacific group of... I don't know. I think I had a look at it. It's Oceania. Okay, whatever. I would need to find out where this is. I will Google this now. This is the second time it comes up. It's Oh! This is in the middle of nowhere between Australia and Southern America. Cool. One could say to the east of Fiji. Well, as I said, in the middle of nowhere. Yep. Okay, so I don't want to insult anyone, but well, this is the first time ever I hear about this country, I think. I might have encountered it in Hearts of Iron, but it probably was Japanese back then. Yeah. At least according to Hearts of Iron 3. So, we'll do everything that's needed for morale purposes these days. So I will talk to a few of these players. I know this is busy work, but it still needs to be done. At least if I want to win this match, and this is a really important one. There's a bunch of unimportant matches that we can draw or lose, but these ones we need to win. And obviously every match is 3 points, but, well, potentially 3 points. But this one is really important to me. Because we want to push them straight into relegation. So that we don't get relegated. To me this is a 6-pointer. Do they call these 6-pointers? Yes, I think so, right? Criticize him. Sure. Amran's training rating could be better too. As could Baru's. He's in a match squad though. Not in the first team on the bench, but he's in the match squad. And McManamy. I gotta bring something up here. McManamy barely trained in defensive midfield. Like, he comes from no knowledge whatsoever, and that has been 12 weeks ago, I think. This is not zero versatility, for sure. He also has some knowledge as a left defender, and that didn't happen with us, as far as I'm aware. So, we bought a player with some, well, we didn't buy him. We signed a player with some versatility, it seems. For some reason, even though he doesn't show yet. So as a result, I think we can actually try to play him maybe also in attacking midfield, on the left and in the middle, from time to time, throughout his career, if he makes it for that long with the club. Alright, next. Let's talk to him about last match. Or not, we will praise his conduct. Good job, sir. I don't know how he understands me. He's just able to play, speak Chinese as far as I'm aware, does it? Oh! Basic English, yeah. So I told him good job and he understood. Alright. 7.7 rating for Elbok Chucksdale. I think we cannot comment on any of this. Sure! Cool, let's go to the match. I take forever to set up all I need for matches anyway. Okay. It says we should play defensively. Well, I guess. Fine, we'll do that. Defensive football. We'll do all of this. This is basically our standard approach. But I will have a look at the opposition. In this match in particular. And maybe we will figure out some alternatives here and there. Okay. Starting with the goalkeeper. He can kick the ball, his passing and throwing are somewhat lackluster, I think. Anticipation is low. And, well, his agility is a bit low. Strength is low. Is he susceptible to injury? That's your peak match fit. Would it be in here? Not sure if susceptibility to injury would be... No. But there's some players that are severely lacking match sharpness in there. So that's that. I cannot think of any specific instructions. We could close him down or something, but his one-on-ones is also 4. So hopefully he will be faced with the odd one-on-one situation. This guy's rather fast. Crossing is really bad. Passing is 5 only. No vision whatsoever. So as a contributor to build-up play, I think we can ignore him, more or less. which is really great. That's a rare occasion that you can ignore a player entirely, and I think this is one of those that you can. He is fast and a good jumper and somewhat strong, at least for Malaysian standards. It also says central defender here, so I don't know. Inappropriate for his role, I guess. I would argue we do not need to trigger the press on him. We can ignore him. On the other hand, he might misplace the pass if we do, so I will leave this open. That said, no tight marking on him. Shitty passing on him too. He's really weak. Dribbling, bravery, and strength are somewhat low. The problem is our players up front are not good tacklers. On the other hand, so in build-up play, he's a waste of possession, basically. Or possession by him is a waste of time, however you want to phrase it. So we do not need to mark him tightly. We want him to play through him. His positioning is good, leadership is good. In general, he's a good player. From the mental perspective. Well, a good defensive player. That said, his composure is also low. His bravery is low. His first touch is low. I think we can probably tackle him hard, despite what I just said. And my thought process here is, if we make an impact here, quite literally, so for him to come away from the match with some bruises, maybe that discourages him, and it might spread due to the high leadership. Or at least it might help with him not being a good leader. This guy's strong, sadly, passing 6, so that's a little bit better. He's passing 7. So he can contribute to build-up play a little bit. Don't want to tackle him hard, he's too strong. I do not think we need to mark him tightly though. No need to mark him out of the game. His passing is still not good enough. Vision is 4 to 7. Yeah. I expect the long balls to be misplaced. They need to run for them. This guy, on the other hand, he has decent crossing, somewhat decent passing in comparison to the remainder of the defensive 4. Low bravery, but the dribbling and stuff is fine. I think this is one of the better players in the squad, actually. As absurd as it sounds. Positioning is really low on him, though. So I expect us to exploit this at some point. He's also an attacking fullback. If we show him to the wrong foot, to the weaker one, and maybe press him, given his composure of 2 to 5, that should suffice. I will not put on a specific instruction to mark him tightly or not. I think marking him out of the game is somewhat appropriate, but if it comes to possession for him, we need to trigger the press on him. I will not try to pronounce this guy's name. Dribbling is okay-ish, bravery is fine, strength is somewhat okay for this level of play. Passing and vision is somewhat okay. He's a good crosser, and he likes to beat opponents repeatedly. That said, his first touch dribbling and in general his technique is not that impressive other than the crossing. So closing him down, also composure is low. Closing him down might be a good idea. It says we should mark him tightly. He's not a person to be tight marked. He has good off the ball movement, good pace, good acceleration. He will get away from his marker. So I think that's wrong. I might be wrong about that though. That said, show him to the weaker foot. Close him down. And try to avoid the cross basically. His passing is not... well, it is still somewhat dangerous. But yeah, don't want to mark him tightly. I don't think that's appropriate. Him, on the other hand, he has a very weak left foot. So let's show him to the weak left foot. He has 13 points of passing and no great off the ball movement, so this is a case of a tight mark if I've ever seen one. Dribbling's low, first touch is good. So closing him down, probably not that much of a thing, but the dribbling, bravery, and strength are absurdly low. Foul him off the pitch, please. Ramin. Dribbling's better, bravery is great, so no hard tackles. Passing and vision are okay-ish. Composure is okay-ish. I think this is the one we leave open in midfield. I'm not sure if we want to mark him tightly or avoid tight marking. I guess we can still mark him tightly. Given his jumping reach and strength and the off-the-ball movement, that might still be a thing, but we will try to close him down and press him. Due to the composure. First touch is pretty good though, so it might not work. That said, I'd rather do it than not. Maslan, left-footed only, so that's an easy choice. Show him to the inside, which means he will be forced to play passes. He's considered to be a defensive winger. Dribbling, bravery, and strength are lackluster. I'll put this on normal tackling there. Not hard yet. Is there anything else? Closing him down obviously would be a decent choice. Composure is 8 though, first touch is 10. And that's not really needed. Isha. Dribbling's good, sadly. Ease of tackles on him. Bravery and strength are rather low. Yeah, we'll keep it on anyway. Good finisher. Heading's fine. Composure's okay. We could try to mark him tightly, but he's too fast for that. I think this will need to be sorted in defense in general. And him, I want us to foul him off the pitch. I think that's a pretty easy choice here, given the attributes. Yeah. So both of these strikers are good finishers, but otherwise not that impressive. Off-the-ball movement seems fine on them. Alright. Any comments from your side? We could try the low block instead, but I think I will stay with the higher defensive line and stuff. We will try to retain ball control here. Maybe actually waste some time. They are below us in the league, so we don't care much how it goes. We just do not want to concede. I think that's the extent of it. And otherwise, play our box standard formation with what do we know? Yeah, that's my approach here. And now, I will submit this. Put some squad numbers out there, why not? Sure. Oh, come on, Fuckroller. Go to the dressing room, and I will do a bathroom break because I need one. So I'll be back in a minute. See ya. Okay. Team talk. This is a home match. People are motivated. And I think it's appropriate to maybe go into detail with this. We have the time, right? So, he hates big matches. This is not a big match. On the other hand, it is a big match for me. First of all, though, we gotta give the overall team talk. I'll pile on the pressure. Okay, it helped with some of them. Now, he hates big matches, so have fun. You only get one W here, enjoy it. He doesn't need relaxation, apparently. Badrul Hisham enjoys big matches, so this should be straightforward. We expect a performance, as always. Bakrula enjoys big matches. We expect a performance. Jeffrey doesn't. Jeffrey doesn't. Well, there's no notion of it, so, yeah. Let's not mention it. Mazrin, I don't know. Neither. I will just go through the rest of the players. McManamy doesn't enjoy big matches. Zakaria doesn't enjoy big matches. Palmer does enjoy big matches. Nazarudin with whatever the rest of his name is. So let's not forget about Hammer. There you go. That worked. Summary. Nope. And Azamudin. Nope. So the rest of them, we will just encourage them. In a cautious and somewhat appropriate manner, right? Where is it? There. That worked for most of them. It's not the perfect team talk, but it's what we have. There is even some sound on this computer. Wow. Great. Any predictions for a result? Place your bets now. I will not be able to pay out anything, but, you know, might as well come up with a projection. A prognosis? An oracle thingy? I don't know. Something. You gotta be kidding me. Azamuddin's on a yellow card, straight from the second minute. Why? That's a way to bring Elbak Chucksdale back on the pitch immediately. Zakaria, Mazarin... Is it a foul? We're not sure. Zakaria and Mazarin exchange passes again. Possession is 68% now. McManamy. Not bad. Ooh, that pass was bad though. So it seems like we got it covered though. Any tactical considerations for now? I can't see much. Azamudin's pass is great for Hammer. Skips past his man. Hammer... he missed the opportunity to cross. What kind of pass is that? Well done by Badrul Hisham. Nazarudin, Hammer again. This time maybe. His passing is horrible. What are they doing? Summary. Mazrin? Mazrin with the cross. That will not work. Still with a bunch of possession on our side though. Nice one. Great play. Oh, you can do better. Well, that clipped the crossbar. Not bad. Another one. Is he actually able to do these? Free kick taking a 6. Never mind. Still, if we create chances like this, we're fine. Will he skip past his man again? No, he doesn't. Has a good match so far though. Yeah, and this is what we expected given that Mohamed's positioning is 1-5. So this is why Hammer gets through there time and time again. With his 10 points of off-the-ball movement and 5 points of anticipation. Shall we go down the right? He does know how to dribble. Don't try to do this. Focus down the right, guys. We can do this. Well intercepted by McManamy. Azamudin again, straight down the right to Hammer. He's too slow. Oh. A waste of a finish. Let's encourage them again. 18 minutes have passed. We didn't face a single chance so far. But, you know, this is a fickle situation overall. Zakaria? Oh! Ow. Really dangerous situation for them overall. We need to win this match. If you look at the first 20 minutes, we absolutely need to win this match. That's a throw-in. Easy for Chinsio Sum. For now, at least. Considering ball distribution, I don't know my goalkeeper yet. So, for now he will roll the ball out. Let's have a look at him though. Throwing 4, passing 3, kicking 5. Yeah, roll it out. That's fine. Continue doing that, please. McManamy, decent pass. Nazarudin. Will there be a through ball? Well, somebody requested one at least. Summary, that was... Holy fuck. The ball needs to make it to the back of the net, you know, guys. Raja Amin, that might result in a long ball. No, not yet. That's not a bad pass. We gave him enough of an opportunity though. Maybe we should close him down a little bit more. Higher up on the pitch. Okay. First chance for them. If we close him down a bit higher up on the pitch though. How do we do that? Well, with our position instructions, don't we? So we take all of these, and we just press them. Press it through. And hopefully we don't give away too much space there. Who knows though? No, 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 no. Oh, okay. This is dangerous. Well, Shall we be happy with this? I don't know. We'll encourage the team. Asamuddin's on a 7.2 rating and a yellow card. I might need to bring on Elbok Chucksdell for the second half though. Kamal Akmal Mazlan, that's dangerous. Yeah, nice play by the goalkeeper. We're down to 50% possession, sadly. Not sure what's going on there. I guess we restricted him to a lot of passing in the defense and not much else. That is a waste of time, obviously, but not as dangerous as I imagined. Asamuddin with a nice corner. Had some spin to it. Ooh, he'll get there. And I think I will take off the focusing down the right. It didn't help him much, simply. That's fine. Just as instructed. Well, McManamy would have been an option. Badrul Hisham. That's okay. Or not. Don't do something like this to me. Luckily, their striker is not a good finisher, apparently. At least according to this scene. Mazrin, Zamri, Mazrin with a cross. Loaded, well. Good play. That's decent too. Towards Hammer, cross, Nazarudin. Easy. This is the way we do things. Nice play. The pass still went down the right, so even though I took off the instruction, I guess he remembered. So there's a bunch of players on good ratings. I will praise these that have good ratings. I will not praise the rest. I think for them it's not good enough. And we will wait with the rest of the talks to halftime. Okay. Didn't have an impact as it seems. So complacency is a big concern, I think. And we will tell those that are not good enough, so Badrul Hisham, Fakrullah, maybe even the 6.7 rating people. This is not good enough, so we will fire them up a little bit. He has gained focus. We will tell him to play it calm. He doesn't react. These two are doing fine. They are doing well. Okay. That was the wrong talk, but it still worked. And for the rest of them, I guess I can do the same. Alright. Substitutes in the second half. Definitely Elbok Chucksdell at some point. Shit. They subbed off half of their squad. Okay. He's not better. No tight marking. Try to trigger the press on him. Forced him into bad plays. This is good passing. This is bad off the ball movement. Mark him tightly. Also very susceptible to physical force, so we'll do that. And there's another striker. I have no idea about this guy other than he's a good finisher. So we'll leave it empty. What are you guys doing? This is not a misunderstanding anymore, this is just incompetence. Well, Nazarudin seems to discover the winger. Samri. Sure, cool. This is a way to not be complacent too. No problem whatsoever. We'll take the 3 points, thank you very much. Nice play by Nasarudin, and well, Thumbri's shot was horrible. Then again, one of the defenders had the intent to help, so we're okay with that. Yes. I think we're doing well so far. The expected goals on their side is rather low, so if we can keep this up, I think we are favorites to win, given the current result. We should be fine. Another substitute. Let's wait a second. No, 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 no. Don't let him shoot. They do shoot. That's it. Didn't hit the goal. Who's the fourth one? This is the one we ignored. I think this one. I know nothing about this guy. So, whatever. Shall I sub off Azamudin due to the yellow card? Elbuk still is highly susceptible to injury right now. So, if Azamudin can make it through another 10 minutes, that would be a big, big positive. Could you please misplace the pass? Thank you very much. That should be easy. And it is. Mazarin, don't misplace it. Jeffrey, be careful with it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine too. Zakaria, come on. No long nice ball. Of course you do. Of course you do. I'm always optimistic about these things. You will get promoted. Just like Samri will have an assist now. Or not. Mazarin. Samri. Nazarudin. McManamy. This is a shot, isn't it? No, it isn't. Hammer. This is a shot, though. 3. I didn't expect a beating these days. But, well, whatever. It happened. On your side or on ours? Is. I'm not too good for that league. Definitely not. All the players aren't. I don't know. This team does not belong into this league. Not yet. That said, if we can remain in the league, that would be a big positive. Yeah. We'll take that. Let's also praise the players prior to them taking the throw-in. That's all fine. 58 minutes. And now, given that this is a 3-0, Azamudin, no additional assist. Oh, I was hoping for an assist here. There was an opportunity to play, but he didn't have the technique or whatever. He didn't see it. Mazarin just dribbling with the ball all throughout the pitch. Oh, interesting pass. McManamy with a shot. Samri. Zakaria. Zakaria loses the ball. Hammer. Will he have another long shot? No, he doesn't. Is it a penalty? No, it isn't. What's going on with this guy? Yeah. You have 30 minutes to turn this game around. Do your worst, actually. Please. Well done. Okay. So, 30 minutes. Come to think of it, we should probably sub at least 3 players on. Those that need the sharpness. Don't we? The stadium is probably 5 people. I'll have a look later. So we need Elbuk still to get back into sharpness. So we bring him on as a target forward. That said, yeah, ease of tackles. Exactly. That is important. Who else needs sharpness? Well, Aris obviously, but Aris will not play and he'll retire, so I don't care about his development. We could take off Badrul Hisham. He's not playing well. And this Nizam person needs some sharpness if he wants to make any impact for us at any point in time. Ankun might be an option, but it's too early for him and he's complacent. McManamy, though, is in fair condition only, so I will keep Rusty on the bench for now, but Rusty will probably replace McManamy at some point. I think this is a dangerous situation. McManamy is prone to injury anyway, but I don't want to bring on Rusty for him. Well, we could bring on Rusty for Zakaria and move Zakaria into playmaker position. That's a good idea. Probably not the worst idea. So let's do that. I like McManamy in general, but exactly for that reason. We need to be aware that he is prone to be injured. And then, well, to be honest, the rest of them could do with some additional sharpness too. So let's wait another 10 minutes and then we will sub on 2 additional players, just for sharpness concerns. This is all fine. You can do this. Mazur and Rusty again. Yeah. That's not a good start, Rusty. Elbow chucks Dell with it. We told him to ease off tackles and the first thing he does is dive into a tackle. This is what happens if I tell my strikers to behave in a certain manner. Well intercepted, Hammer. Quite happy with the squad's overall performance so far. Hammer, still Hammer. Okay, that was a shitty tackle. Nice cross. Well, Elbow Chuck still apparently doesn't know how to jump. At least not anymore. Goalkeeper is on a 7.0 rating again. First header by Fakrola was fine. This seems dangerous. Blocked though. Can't praise the players yet. And they brought on their last substitute. That was close. I didn't see that one coming. Another one. We do seem to have a problem there. That said, we are 3 goals up. So we'll go very defensive here. And maybe even waste some additional time. I don't care about beauty. I care about the 3 points. Let's do them. Let's get them. And if this is an ugly way, I don't care. There's 544 people in the stadium, by the way, Mies. So this is actually a good attendance. For some absurd reason. Ahmad Nizam, oh, good pass. Nazarudin didn't do anything with it though. Now we will just, play the ball around, it seemed. Well, if not for Jeffrey, we would have played the ball around the pitch. But Jeffrey had other ideas. He wants to make this a little bit more interesting. Elbow chuck still though. He's not in shape yet. We need to get 2 additional players on the pitch. So, who needs the sharpness? Well, everyone. Mazarin's tired, so let's bring on Rosti. And Nazarudin's tired. He's a good passer. Shall we bring on Harsey in attacking midfield? Yeah. We'll bring on Harsey in attacking midfield for whatever reason. Why not? He has 6 points of finishing and no shooting, so yeah, shoot less often, cross less often, I don't think so. He's a good crosser. In fact, he can cross more often. Funnily enough. Weird way to have a shadow striker on the pitch, but whatever. Get out there, get the result. That is not good distribution by the Chinese goalkeeper. I don't know why I emphasize on this. His nationality really doesn't matter to me. We just have 2 Chinese players now because our technical director slash assistant manager doesn't know about Chinese players. So that's it. Samri, Zakaria, nice play. Elbukchak still dribbles with the ball. The target forward, Nazarudin. Nice one, Mazrin. Oh, that would have been the opportunity for a pass. It's offside. Oh. That must have been very close. Baharun, Elbukchak still in defense. Well played, Samri. No running anymore? Good pass, RC. Still RC. Alone. Well, he had his finish. I was hoping for a little bit more, but that didn't happen. Overall, a good performance by the goalkeeper, by the way. He didn't have much to do, but something. That'll be a corner. Maybe we will keep the goalkeeper in goal. And forget about whatever the name of the other one was. Ideal? I think it's ideal. Come on, Harsey. Jeffrey didn't win the jumping duel. Chalil, yeah. Mod Chalil. Obviously, like 50% of the players here are called Mod in some way or another. Nice one. Oh, that was close. Bakrula, nice jumping. Zakaria, Hammer. Gives past his man. What a move. Oh. So close. So close. Yeah, well, apparently I like these mods though. That might be religious reasons though. Not my religious reasons, theirs. RC with the corner, Elbukchak still with another one that was really close. He may well score on his comeback. If he continues like this. You can certainly see the quality there. At least I think so. Maybe I'm just imagining things though. Summary... Well... The header was probably not the right approach for Hammer. For Elbukchak still though, it is. Close enough. Please tell me we do not concede here. We do play very defensively though. So despite playing a very defensive football right now, we still create chances. Hammer, Samri. Well controlled. Samri. Will he go past the second man too? Well, with the help of Rusty. And another chance for Elbukchak still. This seems like fluid football. I like it. But it clearly doesn't show that this is very defensive so far. That seems like a lot of matches, yes. Well, I thought so much. But that seems like a lot of matches, yeah. How do you cope with it? I guess rotate a lot within the match? Another corner. Well... Expected goal says this result was... Was it deserved? I'm not sure. It was entirely within the realm of expectation, I think. RC... Indirect free kick. Rusty handled the ball. Great. Yeah, well, but this is good for the development. If they don't hurt themselves. So... Rusty, Zakaria... Is it offside? Of course it is offside. Very close though. 3 minutes to go. And we used a ton of players for some additional time in the second half. I think 3 of them played for 30 minutes. That's not too bad. So we included a good bunch of rotation here. I like it. Okay. Well, you could have played the other one, despite that. For his development and so on, even if you want to sell him, his market value dropping does not benefit you in any way. So there's a reason to play him, I would argue. Alright, that was good. And I think we've blown them away, so this was fine. Defensively, I think it was still a bit lackluster. That said, look at the new goalkeeper. I brought in a goalkeeper with shitty stats and fairly professional personality. He's on a 7.5 rating immediately. The youth guy or the second striker? The youth guy. Well, then it's not the same. Well, whatever. Why not? So, we hope Perak FC to be dead last in the league table. And Sarawak United FC are on 20 points now, 7th spot. 7th place? I don't know. 7th in the league table. So, this is fine. Mid-table. 11 points to relegation zone. I think we can be happy with that. Also, look at that match. Kuala Lumpur versus Sabah. 7-2. 9 goals in one match. Well, good luck with that, Mies. And feel free to drop me a message in Discord. Yeah, it is a good win. Now we only need a repetition of that. But this was a great debut. If the goalkeeper continues to play like this, and, well, he might even develop, who knows? Really. You never know with fairly professional people. But he might actually develop at some point. So, yeah, given the rest of the season, or whatever time he has until Mod Jalil comes back, well, it seems like that's at least 3 weeks. Also, he has a recurring injury, if I'm not mistaken. Shin splits should be some sort of recurring thing. So that might be a problem in the future. In any case, good win. And I would like to thank you all very much for watching. I will now see about food and what to do with the rest of the day. And, well, there's some actual football to be played, at least in Germany this weekend. So maybe I'll watch that later. Sure. See you all. I'm not sure about Monday just yet. Maybe I will do an additional stream. Stuttgart is on today, yes, 15:30. Have a nice day, everybody. See you soon. Bye.